Hi children, this is your ICT sir. Welcome back. After a long time, I hope you are doing great at home, enjoying the holiday. For grade 11 students, I thought of making a small video clip about Pascal programming and how to identify the components in a Pascal program. Grade 11 students, take your time, take a piece of paper, get along with me, pause this video if you are having difficulties of understanding, rewind, play back again, and study along with me. So today we are going to learn about the programming concepts and how to identify the components of Pascal and what are things that you need to learn. We'll be talking about variables. Then we'll be talking about the main begin of a program and end, sub-begins, right concept, the outputs, and how variables work with its mathematical operators. We will be also learning about the comparisons operators, and we will go on, and we are going to learn a lot today. So let's begin. What is Pascal is all about? For you children, Pascal is a general purpose high level language. It was developed by a name called Nicholas Wirth in early 1970s. He developed this program for teaching purposes, very especially. How systematically disciplined to develop a reliable, efficient programs. This is a systematical programming concept. It involves a compiler, and each line, the compiler is the red, and if there is some error, the compiler will let you know that there is an error. So Pascal has grown in a popularity of teaching academies for various reasons. It's easy to learn, it's not hard, and it's a structured language, meaning that each are being given a systematical way of syntax, and then its transparency. Anyone can understand this, and it's very efficient. It can be compiled using in any platforms, very specially. The compiler is very flexible. It tells you where your mistakes are and what you should add if you're missing a colon, or if you're missing any object, it tells you. And the features are, Pascal is a strong type language, meaning you need to write each code in a manner that you should not forget them, because if you forget to write one sentence, you will not be able to go to the next. It always checks for your errors. You will find several data types like arrays, variables like constants, dynamic variables, and all through the programming you will find various structures how a program is designed. There are functions and procedures. In a main program you will find functions and procedures that takes a bigger picture, and you should always remember it's an object-oriented programming. And the facts about Pascal is Pascal is a language named after Blaise Pascal, and then with the help of Nicholas Wirth, he completed the complete programming in 1970. So to honor the Blaise Pascal, so he has developed this, and it's a quite wonderful a language for all beginners, very especially for grade 11 students. It will be a very useful language. Before we study, we have to learn some basic blocks of what Pascal is designed, and what are the minimum and maximum things that we can overcome with this chapter. Blaise Pascal, or the Pascal programming structures are, basically it should consist of a programming name. That is very important. Each program should have a name, and then it should use commands. When you use commands, you should always remember to declare variables. Variables are very important. We will learn about them later. Variables comes with constants variable, and some are variables which its values change during the excuse me, during the time period of its life span of a programming. Functions really work well, and procedures, and the main programming block. Statements and each other will make, along with the comments, very important, very especially you should know what comments are also. So with the help of all these components, as you see in grade 11, you find here a program, and they are called, as you know, they are called keywords. Each program has to have a name given to it, and each program will get inputs and deliver the outputs as the concept of this program is. These parentheses, in between the parentheses, you can always mention what type of things you need from this program, whether you need inputs, whether it's accepting inputs, and output should be also given. As the name declared, we have a keyword called program, and the name of the program is add number. So this program is going to add numbers, and as we have mentioned before about variables, variable comes with the forms of a name, a short name, and with a colon you will be able to identify what its data types are. Each line, a semicolon is added, so to say that this line is ending, so end line, and these are the variables that takes place. There are different types of variables, we will learn them. And when you think of it, there is a keyword, a begin and an end. In between the begin and the end, you find various structures, codings takes place. Some are expecting inputs and outputs, and some are stored within its RAM, and some variables takes place their expression and do some kind of process. At the end you will find write line giving us some kind of values, the output. And then you should remember there are comments, as I said, which highlights that the compiler does not read them very often. Comments are not read by the compiler. It is ignored. Okay. And as it says, program input and outputs are reserved words. Add number is an identifier. This is a name given to the programming. So it is not essential to indicate whether you really need in parentheses input and output within the brackets, but a name is a must. If you look at this Pascal programming, you see I have written the name programming, first Pascal, my first Pascal, and within the second line, this is the first line, the second line it says that with a curve bracket you will find a comment is written here, and then the begin starts and it writes something to the screen saying with a single quote, says, "Hi, welcome to Pascal. I hope you," something is written here, and making sure that I end my line with a semicolon and I end my programming. Now if you this is an interface which I use very often. Easy Pascal is a free version. You can always download this. This Easy Pascal is divided into a menu on top and few interfaces. The blue interface just shows us the coding area, the programming, and then programming and output can be seen if you just click to this. Programming and graphics can be seen here, or if you want to just see the output or the graphics. I prefer the programming both together, and when you run this you will see that the program has ended. Down it says the program, end of the program reached, and here is the output of the following. So whenever you run, the right line tells us what I wanted to just tell the user who is looking at my program. Welcome to Pascal. I hope you will like it very much. I hope you kids also will like how programming. I don't want to make this program a very boring. It is a very interesting program. So take a time with me, and I'm going to teach you one step at a time what they are and what it is all about. So I hope you will join, and you will my next lesson about the complete Pascal programming concept. Thank you. You have a wonderful day. Goodbye.